Hi, it's your friend Dino in the Handyman zone, and just a quick light bulb video. As of January 1st, incandescent bulbs are no longer being manufactured or imported into the United States. They're phasing them out. A couple of years ago, they started with the 100-watt bulbs. I don't know if anyone noticed, but you couldn't get 100-watt bulbs the last couple of years. Now, January 1st, the 40s and the 60s and everything else has been phased out. Stores still have inventory that they're allowed to sell, and there's no deadline on that, so you should be able to get bulbs until people figure it out and start hoarding them. So if you yourself want to start hoarding, it might not be a bad idea. I have a big supply of 100-watt bulbs up in my attic. I got a couple of cases. I got, for years I've been, saw the writing on the wall when George Bush signed the law and started stocking up. So you have choices now of what to replace your incandescents with. And I have them to show you in order of what I think are the worst to the best replacement options. The worst are these CFLs, these compact fluorescents. And I'm just going to show you here. They say that these are 9-watt bulbs, but they're equal to 40 watts. I don't know what they're smoking, but there's no way 9 watts equals 40 watts. So these, number one, they're fluorescent, so they have mercury in them. So if you like have them in a little kid room and stuff, and a lot of times when they burn out, the glass will crack or the base will crack, and it releases mercury into your house. That's a heavy metal toxin. It never leaves your body, and it can cause like kids that eat paint and stuff get that syndrome. Alright, so anyway, these are okay like for outside lighting, for exterior lighting, or like hallways and stuff. But as far as reading lights, or like in your computer room or something like that, they're very dim. They take a few minutes to come to their full capacity. They don't work with dimmer switches, and they flicker. So if you have them near a computer screen, it gets really annoying. The one recommendation I'm going to make is, if you are going to use these, use the biggest ones you can get, like the most twists on them. Like you can see, these ones have 2 twists, and there's no way you're going to be able to read under those. This has 4 twists. It's supposedly equivalent to 100 watts, but then they got even bigger ones. This one has like 5 or 6 twists. It's supposedly equivalent to 150 watts. So that's the CFLs. I don't recommend them for all those reasons I stated. They also hide them inside of these floodlights. You can see this looks like a floodlight, but it's actually a CFL inside of there. So be careful. That's like the main thing I'm going to get a point in this video, is when you're shopping for light bulbs now, you really got to be careful. You got to read labels. They're not using watts to describe these things anymore. If you can see, they're using this lumens, which you can compare lumens. Watts is really the amount of energy the light bulb uses to light. It's not the amount of light it puts out. The amount of light it puts out is the lumens, which was also specified in the new law that they're switching to lumens as a rating. A lot of times these floodlights, they won't fit in your ceiling cams, which are fixtures like this up in the ceiling, because this base here is a lot wider than a regular old style floodlight without a base. But you can get these extenders where the bulb screws in there and then this screws into the socket, and that would make these CFLs fit in a ceiling fixture. They are energy efficient though. The second choice is halogen, which you can see has that little bubble inside, and they come like in a lot of different shapes and sizes, but they're halogen, they're not incandescent, so they got that little glass bubble inside. Very bright, just like regular light bulbs. Not so energy efficient, but they last a long time. The best choice is LED. They come in all kinds of shapes and sizes these days. They're even more energy efficient than the CFLs. The only problem with these LEDs is the cost. Like this one floodlight, maybe like 25 bucks. A lot of times you can find rebates from the power companies on them, but they put out a lot of light. They come right on. They're dimmable. They don't flicker. They last like 25 years, but they're expensive. And they come in everything from little guys all the way up to the whatever. And there's an LED for you. One thing about these, they don't really like heat, so if you try to put them in a fixture like that, a lot of times they'll burn right out, which is like bad for your investment, because this might be like a $10 bulb here, and if they burn right, so you should read carefully on the back. And again, I'm telling you to read labels. Read carefully on the back as to what kind of fixtures you can put them in, and stuff like that, because they don't like heat. And this is a big 2x2 flat panel LED. You see, it's close to $200 though. So I helped you out a little bit. The one thing I want to stress is you really got to read these days with light bulbs. And if you see what I call Thomas Edison style, which are the incandescents, if you see them in a store and you like them, grab them, because once they're gone, they ain't getting no more. It's federal law. So while you're here, sub to my Handyman Zone channel. It really helps me out. Feel free to share the video, like it, and use the comment box below, because that's what it's there for. So this is Dino in the Handyman Zone saying, see you later.